Makhtar to come and give a speech. Thank you very much for your cooperation to show your sympathy in this demonstration that Rohingya people are suffering. I am from Bangladesh. I am also the convener of Bangladesh USA Human Rights Coalition. You know, this is a country, the human rights are very, very honored. This is established by the United Nations. Democracy, freedom of speech, and freedom to live and to live your own country. Live your own country, come back to your own country. It is a freedom. It is a freedom of choice. So these principles has to be honored by all members of the countries. And Burma is also a part of the United Nations. They are not honoring those pledges that they made when they became the United Nations member. So all other members, it is their obligation to raise voice and compel them to abide by the United Nations freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of, movement in the same country. And America is the bastion or the pioneer in this regard to raise the voice of freedom. Now, of course, the Muslims, whoever listen to the Muslims, they think that they are ISIS or something. But not all Muslims are like that. They are suffering. Most of the Muslims are suffering, even under the majority of the Muslims. You know, in Bangladesh, they are supposed to give shelter to these Rohingya people. But Bangladesh government is not cooperating to give shelter. This is another violation of United Nations. You know, America, you can seek political asylum if you are suffering from any type of oppression, religious freedom or anything. A lot of Bangladeshis are here to be, asking for asylum because they are persecuted in Bangladesh. But Rohingyas are persecuted, and I think India is a little bit more lenient to Rohingya problem. But the communist China and Bangladesh, they are not sympathetic to their problem. So I urge my country, Bangladesh, to be sympathetic to Rohingya people. Sometimes they say, oh, Rohingya come and they become Bangladeshi citizens. Your citizenship is later question. Shelter is the number one. You have to provide them with shelter, food, and United Nations is supposed to give shelter. You know, we have Biharis in Bangladesh for the last 40 years. They are in Bangladesh. They are in United Nations shelter. But why not the Rohingyas given shelter in Bangladesh? So I urge upon my government and the government of USA, Obama is going to Burma. His first condition that if you do not obey the United Nations, you just leave the United Nations. So thank you very much for your patience, sir. Thank you.